Follow white rabbit. I'm taking potions, call me Alice.
Good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you're watching this. Back out again today because I love it. Not metal detecting today, so those avid metal detecting viewers of mine can now switch off. Undigging, or being a part of the undigging of the Roman villa has ignited something in me to look more into detail of the actual Roman history we have in my local area. And today we're going to go look at the Roman port. We're going to try and get as close to the port as I can. It's a bit of walking through woods, and we even walk past a little castle on the way there. But as soon as I get there, you're going to see it now. I'm going to actually stick an old image which I found on the interweb, magical interweb that is, after this little bit of intro, just so you can see what I'm actually looking at and what I'm going to go and investigate. But this used to be one of the main Roman port in Britain at one point. We can see what's left of it, and you can see its present day vicinity to the actual sea. So, but there's something different again today. Other than that, let's get in. She's come along through. Yeah, she found a fiver already on the floor. Very windy day, just found a fiver. So she's already finding stuff and she's using her eyes. You're lucky you are. Right, let's do this. Just walking to the old Roman port, I've never ever seen a speed limit for 2 miles an hour before. How do you even track that? It's weird. So I tried to get access to the castle, but it's private, so we got declined and turned away. But next to the castle was this gorgeous church. It's an old church that actually connects to the castle itself, but this was okay to walk around to the public, so we thought we might go and investigate and see if we can actually get any better views of the Roman port and the castle from a different angle. You don't know how well my audio is going to come out, but I can see a little bit of Roman remains there sticking out of the ground. So we're going to try and get as close as we can. This is the closest we could have got to the castle, because as you can see it's all fenced off and gated off, and a bit of a shame because it's quite a nice place to go. Anyway, back around the graveyard and we'll try and get closer to the usual grave. We are sticking to the footpath on the edge, paying full respects and all, but look at how long it is. That's like a giant probably lived in the castle overlooking the seas. Anyway, just find that very, very long for a grave. I know it's not history related or whatever, but I've just come across this massive tree, and I'm just wondering how old this tree is compared to the Romans. I know there's not going to be thousands of years old, but I know each ring represents a year. So I might actually take a slow tally and see if I can work out exactly how old this tree is. I'll take a still there in comparison to obviously the church there, the castle, and of course the Roman port. So it's really windy, so I couldn't actually record my voice. I did actually record my voice, but it's just too windy to use. Yeah, we found this plaque that shows the port here. And it's situated directly above it along this long straight road. There you go, that's Canterbury, and that is supposed to be 16,000 steps, therefore 16 Roman miles from the port. So it was a pretty hustle and bustling place, and quite a strategic place back in the times. I want to point out to you the ruins we could see couldn't get any closer on this because the land was private land and you weren't allowed to access it. I did ask a couple of people around the place, and they said it actually belonged to the castle. The land is actually part of the castle's estate land, and it was private, which is a bit of a shame, but it's close as I can get. There's some more ruins over there between the two trees. I will show a nice aerial photograph of the ruins so you can actually get a general size of how big this Roman port was. And the only thing there now is a family of sheeps, lots of sheeps and trees. I like to point out how far the sea is actually now from the port, and that is all reclaimed land. That's all the land that we've reclaimed back to use as farmland. But yeah, the water would have gone all the way up to the ruins there. It's an aerial view. The top right there is the castle, the little dot, and the church, which you saw at the beginning. And just scroll down, the view we could actually get of the actual port was, see all the outline there? I'll zoom out a little bit. See dead centre, massive shape with the stones we could see from the land, but you can see quite prominently there's a nice outline of what would have been the Roman port back in the day. So it's quite large even by today's standards. So can you imagine the amount of activity coming from there, and all that land and all that sea. Yep, but there you go. As close as I can get. If I can access it, I will inquire about getting a bit closer so I can actually get amongst it and go down there. But there you go, that's the Roman port.